I'm hopeful that it will pass. I'm supportive of the levy. The board, after the defeat of the levy last year at 100%, worked very hard to pare its budget and find some efficiencies, cut some expenditures, so that this levy that's proposed now, upon which the voters will cast their ballots in May, is substantially lower than the one that the citizens rejected last year. Over the life of the levy, I think it'll be probably around $9 million lower over a 5-year period than what was proposed last year. The difference is not quite, it's a little under $2 million per year.
Okay. Why do you think it failed last time?
Well, you know, obviously, mixture of a lot of reasons. I suppose that, you know, it's a pocketbook issue for some people, no question about it. The economy has not been great, and I'm sympathetic to people who have struggles making regular payments on all their bills and obligations and taxes. So I'm sure that was part of it. There were, you know, I've heard other people express other reasons, but you know, if you talk to everybody, you probably find that many different reasons for why they vote for or against it.
So you're also running for Senate, state Senate.
Yes, sir.
In November. So you're a politician. You have a finger on the pulse here, and you know it lost last time. So why did you decide to come out in favor of it? Why is this important?
Well, I was in favor of it last year.
Okay.
And so I think it's important for our school system, you know, in our panhandle here where we are, sort of extended as it is between Maryland and Virginia, we have to compete with school systems in Maryland and Virginia for teachers, and teachers are like anybody else. They're going to consider, as part of what they consider and where to work, what the compensation and pay is. And so the levy helps us remain competitive. We're still under our neighboring states and even under our adjoining counties to the east, Berkeley and Jefferson, in terms of teacher pay. But Morgan County is such a wonderful place that if you stay reasonably close, you have, as we do, some good teachers that choose to live here even if they could get paid a little bit more somewhere else. But without the levy, that separation becomes greater.
So if it loses, what happens?
I think if it loses, certainly the board is going to have to make some pretty dramatic cuts. And some of that's been publicized. It's been in the newspaper because they went through a budget process early this year, assuming that they won't have it because it hasn't passed. So they had to do that. And there's been some publicity of what the cuts are going to be. You know, some things that are really important to the school system. The alternative education program, advanced placement courses, a lot of things that I think, you know, are going to have a detrimental effect on our ability to deliver the best possible education for the children of this county.
So you're urging a vote for the levy?
I'm for the levy, and I would urge, you know, people vote their own conscience, but I would urge them to seriously consider what I think are going to be some pretty dramatic, deleterious effects on the school system if it fails.
Okay.
Well, I certainly support the school levy. I think it's important for us to get the levy passed, enacted, and get the funding to the local school system.
Okay. Why do you think it lost so badly last year?
Well, a combination of things. I think it's certainly an indication that times are tough. The economy is tough. Family budgets are tight right now, and they have been. I don't think it was so much a statement against our teachers or our school system, but an indication of just a tough economy that we've had for a number of years now.
Okay. And have things changed since last year?
Well, they have. Certainly the first thing I think is that the citizens are more in tune and more educated about what it means to have a levy as opposed to not have a levy. But the biggest thing that's changed is the levy proposal. It is now a compromise levy, a 70% instead of the 100%, which is a tax reduction and an effort to get funding to the schools, to the kids, to the students, to the teachers, and recognize the difficult economy. So it is a bit of a compromise. The proposal has changed.
What will happen if the levy loses here?
Well, I think it would be bad. It would be devastating if we would lose about $5 or $6 million worth of funding that goes to our local schools. It would be difficult to overcome. You have to remember that this levy is local money for local students, for local schools, and gives us local control over the things we need to do in our school system. And certainly I support local control and local funding.
Thank you very much.